Hey, howdy, hey everybody, Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to share with you like 15 to 20 tips, secrets, things you may have missed during this update, and also some just new features, and pretty much everything you need to know about the update compiled into one, hopefully pretty short video. If you guys do enjoy any of my content, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Only 55% of people that watch my content daily are subscribed. Double check, I would really appreciate it. And if you guys have anything that I may have missed in this video, let us know in the comment section below. That way we can spread the information and everybody can just know what to do. But let's jump right into the first one. So up first is how to fly. So all you have to do is sprint and you can fly like this, but it's not quite that simple. You don't just like attach some wings to your back. You go down here to the gliders section and then just click on one of the wings that you may already have. Any of these will work. Most of them are animated, but not all of them, like the Maleficent wings right here. I am going to have a video coming out a little bit later that's going to show all the wings and stuff. But yeah, just go ahead and pick one of these, whichever one you like. And then you can use them to actually fly. Make sure you have your yellow bar up there with your food, and then hold down your sprint button and you can actually glide around like this. So that is tip number one and the first new big change. Now up next, we actually have some new trees. So if you go down here to the trees, we got the tree with worms, which is this one here, and we got the other one which looks like that. They also finally added the magnolia trees in here. Before, you had to do a little glitch exploit to get these in here, but now you can place those down and they're unlimited. You can have as many as you want. And they also added the new magnolia paths down here, so you can have those unlimited. You can you don't have to do the little glitch like we had to do before. They actually finally added them. So this is what the trees look like. They actually have some bugs on them and they glow a little bit, not much, but it's a nice little change. Moving on to the next tip, if you go over to your crafting station, they have made it where you can actually craft the new Mickey bucket. So let me go to furniture, scroll down, and we're getting this new item here, which was supposed to be for the Halloween event. But I guess if you have the candy, the red, the green, and purple candy from last year, you should be able to go ahead and craft it now. And then if you don't, you'll have to wait until Halloween comes around and then collect these candies and then go ahead and craft this. So this seems to be the only new item that I found over here in the little like crafting bench that you can craft is the Mickey's Halloween candy bowl. So very, very nice item. It doesn't glow or anything like that. It's just something to decorate and be more seasonal. Now, one major change that a lot of players are going to love is you can actually track quests now. So if you go over here, and you can go to anything, you can go to the Dreamlight tabs. Maybe you want to track a duty over here. You can do that. So if you see at the bottom right in my screen where it says track duty, I'm on mouse and keyboard. I'm on PC. So for me, it's T. If you're on console, it's going to be a different button. But whenever you hover over a duty or something, you just push that button. So for example, this one is Taco Royal Task. I have 1 out of 10. I'm going to press that. It makes a little star icon there, and then I have it on my screen now. So it says Tackle Royal Task. I know I can do that. Now, it's not just the tasks that you can track. Another thing is if you go over to your crafting station and say you want to craft something, unfortunately you cannot track any of the things that you can already craft. So for example, I can already make this wooden lamppost with the blue light. The only things in the crafting station you can track are the things you don't have all the items for. So the elegant gazebo, I could go ahead and track that. Back out, and now I have all the items that I need to go and forage to be able to craft this thing. So it's a nice little change, and it doesn't really make sense to be able to track something you can already craft. But at the same time, I would have liked to have the option just to go and gather more ingredients. So maybe I want more of these tool racks, right? So I would know I need dark wood, iron ingots, soil. It'd be nice if I could still track it just to keep that in mind, but it's still a nice change, especially this is something that's going to help so many new players. and I'm glad that they added it. And then of course, like I said, that this works for like all these things. So you have like the Dreamlight duties. I can track the Find 3 Glimmer. The Star Path one is definitely going to be like the most helpful. You can even track this stuff over here, something that you haven't completed already. So for example, feed the sunbirds. Maybe I just need to set myself a reminder. That way every time I log on, I can have it up there. I'm like, oh, I need to go feed the sunbirds. I have this to do, and I can just do it throughout the week. So definitely a nice change. Now, one of the greatest changes is to photo mode. So if you get your camera out, you can see now we have more poses. They're pretty just standard though. So you have like this pose, you know, the normal ones. We got our companion pose here. But we also have ones for all of our trolls, so you can actually just hold this. Lots of clipping issues right now with the clothing. So here's our fishing rod. It actually goes through my outfit and my hood right here. We have your shovel, the pickaxe, and time bending thing. So all of these are really cool. The time bending one definitely looks the coolest, and there's not really anything else you could do, but we do have my umbrella. You can use any of the umbrellas here. You just have to go ahead and equip them. So you can now pose like this and then take a picture, and I could submit this as a dream snap if I wanted to. So having the ability to actually have these items, hold them, and use them in dream snaps is definitely cool. The tools, this is not as great as I thought it was going to be, because you literally just have like a standard pose with them. But I guess it makes sense. But yeah, if you wanted to hold your watering can while doing like maybe another Wally's Garden and Dream Snap submission or something like that. Maybe there's like a fishing theme, and maybe there's, you know, something you can use the mining. It's definitely going to work out, but you can't just hold stuff and then do a different pose, right? So you have to pick and choose which pose you want. If you have the bubble wand, you can actually stand here and get the bubble wand out and have it for your character, and just have the bubbles in your shot. So it's pretty cool. I didn't see anything else. The facial expressions are the same. Everything like the filter, the borders, and everything is all the same on that. Now, Premium Shop got some changes over here, and one of them is a great change. Another one is not the best change. So the first main thing is you now have a recommended tab over here. So this should be different for everybody. And what it does is it recommends every week 4 random items. And it looks like it could be items from at any point, you know, old star paths and stuff. And it's just additional options for you. So everybody will always have the same premium shop, except the recommended. I guess it's going to be based on things that the game thinks you are going to like. Maybe it's based on your recent purchases. This is the first week. This is what popped up for me. It doesn't really make sense for me. I mean, I have everything in the premium shop, so it makes sense that I already owned all these things. So for you, maybe based on if you buy more like holiday items or maybe certain items with certain tags, it's going to think, oh, you may be interested in this. So definitely check this tab every week, and you may end up getting something super rare that other people don't have throughout the week. And it's just going to be a shop personalized for you, which is pretty cool. Now, there's a little bit of controversy with this update, and that is the new Moonstone pack. So I already purchased it, and it will show it right here. If you have not purchased it, you'll see it, but if you have, it goes away. So after I bought the new Moonstone bundle, mine looks like this, so I cannot purchase it again. This right here is what the Moonstone bundle was. It was $30 for me, very expensive, but it still gave me like, you know, over, I think it was like around 8,000 moonstones. So you still got the equivalent of moonstones for your money. The only downside is it's the only way to get this outfit. You cannot purchase this outfit with any moonstones in the game. The only way to get this outfit, which is the one I'm wearing, is by purchasing this specific bundle. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind, at the bottom right of the screen, you see right there, it says that this is seasonal. This is a limited time per update. So after this update, it looks like it's going to be gone forever. I don't know if they'll ever bring this specific item back to the game through the premium shop, or it's literally exclusive just for that. Definitely a shame, because if that's the case and they swap them out every update, then you could be out $30 every single update, which is about every month and a half. So this game definitely could get very expensive if you're pay to play, but if you're free to play, you're gonna miss out on some exclusive items. So that's definitely a shame. I mean, I've seen so many game companies do this, and I may make a video on this topic later, but I just wanted to show you that that is an option. You do get this full outfit, the umbrella, and it is a really nice looking outfit. It's probably one of my favorite looking outfits in the game. Now, while we're over here, if you go over to the voting section, you can actually skip now. Now, you can, of course, just back out, and that works out fine too, but they have a skip button. I really wish they would have brought this skip button up a little bit. I don't know why it bothers me, but the way it's literally lined up and overlapping this, I don't know, minor things, but it's a work in progress. The skip button is in fact down here. You can only skip 10 per day. I don't know why there's a cap on there, but there is. So you could vote if you get 2 submissions that have nothing to do with the theme and you don't feel like they deserve a vote. You now have the option to skip. I haven't tested it out yet because so far everyone's submissions have been on theme, but you best believe if I come across one that was no effort put in and not on theme, I will definitely make use. Oh my gosh, these submissions are beautiful. Look at these. How do you choose? They're so good. All right, moving on to the next tip. The next tip is Scrooge's shop got a major overhaul. They actually have stuff that displays in the window and you can get some new items. So there's new items in the shop, a lot from realms, just a lot of assets from in-game, but also some new items overall. When you walk in, if you have empty spots where clothing items used to be, they will now spawn furniture. So you can have some items here, over here in the windows, and we also got new stuff like window wallpapers and flooring. I actually ended up picking those out. So the shop just keeps getting expanded, and this is a really nice thing. We even have another countertop over here with a bunch of smaller stuff. So be sure to check out this entire side, and over here and over on this window. I ended up having some bowls in here I thought I already had, but luckily during stream, chat had told me that I missed them. So double check, make sure that you got those things. You can tell if it has a red dot on it, then that means you do not own it, so you can pick it up. And speaking of red dot, that actually takes us to our next tip. Go over here to your gameplay tab, and we have some additional features. So they already have these in the game, but they made it where you can tap to sprint. So what this means is, say you're using like left bumper to sprint. Instead of holding it down, now you can tap it, push the button once, and your character will continuously sprint until you tap it again. So this is just to help those players that may be struggling and it hurts or is very uncomfortable from holding that button down. You can turn this on and it'll automatically do it. And next, we also have one that says hide red dots in the furniture and wardrobe menus. That's kind of like these little red dots over here. You can have it hide, you can just hide it if it's bothering you. I don't really mind it, but it is something additional that they added for us. Now, another thing I wanted to share with you is the star path. Of course, we have the duties, right? But we also have a new one this time around that we found so far, and it is for opening up memories. This one is a bit of a pain, especially if you don't have memories already laying around. So I don't know if this is going to be the only one, if it's just going to be get these 5, but that is definitely a pretty like time gated thing. It's going to be tough to get those. I guess it's just to lengthen the star path a little bit. So keep an eye out for that. And star path got a major change in itself as well. So the star path is actually a little bit cheaper. It's usually about 2,500 for the normal tier, and then it's 3,300, I believe, for the more premium one. This time it's only 2,000, and the premium one is 2,800. So 2,800 for premium instead of 3,300. And that is because the star path is actually shorter. It is only 5 pages in length rather than being 6. The star path has some really cool items. It's definitely smaller in terms of it's pretty much just a stage, and then the items from the stage is broken apart and the outfit. So we really just got like the outfits and the stage. So it's definitely smaller, and I think this is what they meant when they said that this update was smaller in scope. I think they really meant that the star path, but at least they made it cheaper and we still have access to new items. Now they did add backpacks to the game, and so if you go over here to the back, let me go ahead and sort this to newest. There we go. I have 3 backpacks already. We got the honey tummy backpack. This is from the premium shop. And then we have the Fantasia Magical Loungefly backpack. And we got the Mickey one. You can actually get this one by inputting a code. So the code for that is, if you go over here, we're going to type this in together. Go down to help. In all caps, one word, DDV 2024. And then not zeros. Not zeros. These are O's. 5 O's. So O, 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 and O. So this is it. And then you just hit claim. And it should arrive in your mailbox. So go to your mailbox and you'll have access to it. And it does glow in the dark. So we could switch this to nighttime, and then voila, my backpack glows. It doesn't give you any additional inventory space or anything like that, although that would be very, very cool. Now, the backpacks aren't the only thing that's new when you come over here to these tabs. Go to the search and filter. And the only new tab that I found, I think we already had Emperor's New Groove. Maybe not. If we didn't, then that's new. But I did notice that we have a Fantasia section over here. So that's very interesting as well. And the last thing that I noticed, to actually interact with these stages, which you get from the Star Path, which I'm actually using for decoration, you cannot stand on them. You cannot walk on them. You can build on them, but only certain items. But the only way to get on them is to get your phone out. You can interact with it. And then voila, it works just like the bonfire and the other stages. You can get your characters on here. You can do your poses or whatever. But that's the only way to get on there. I even tried to actually like place it on top of my character. It just pushes you off. Here is all the little squares to actually place items on there. You cannot put everything on there. There's actually a ton of stuff you cannot place on it. So you're really going to have to pick and choose. You can put like smaller stuff and things like that. And obviously the new items from like the Star Path. But that's it for the video. I hope you guys learned at least something new in this video. Lots of cool stuff in this new update. A lot of stuff that definitely changed things. And again, if you guys find anything, let us know in the comment section below. I hope you guys have a really wonderful day. Hit that like button for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.